would you be nervous?
Because I've never been behind like a camera before.
You have.
Behind the camera? No, not.
You've been in front of the camera before.
When?
You made videos and stuff.
Yeah, and I was scared.
I mean, I get that. But you'll be alright. You just being honest, truthful.
And unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
A little too unfiltered. That's the problem though. Cause
Don't be too unfiltered. Like
unfiltered or unfiltered.
Yeah.
Semi.
No. I think every like unfilteredness has like a filter.
But then is it truly raw and authentic unfilteredness?
I think raw is at a time and on a place. So it doesn't mean you have to be raw everywhere. I think the people that are like raw, like very open, people don't like them. Or like they're just not.
No, they spicy nice.
No, they're not. No. I think that they just
they nice with a little spice.
When you look at their life, you're like, Like they the people that go to McDonald's and have an issue with the person because she didn't get a ketchup packet. Like
I mean, I feel like that's a difference of like.
No, it's a time and a place. I think it's raw could be raw. You could be a raw person.
Well, I guess raw, but I guess unfiltered for me is a little different. I feel like sometimes you have to be unfiltered, but not necessarily that you're being mean. But it got to sting a little bit because people need the truth.
Okay, are you saying raw like transparent?
I feel like raw is more like rough transparency versus like being unfiltered sounds a little bit more like I'm being transparent and open and honest. But well, I guess that actually don't make sense. It doesn't.
No, I don't.
It don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess unfiltered is like the top, and then there's like subsections on how can you be unfiltered.
Mm-hmm.
You can be raw and mean, or you can be unfiltered, but in a way where you're still able to,
yeah,
not hurt somebody's feeling.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Hey everybody. My name is Ramel.
I'm Shanice.
We are the Cunninghams. We are the I guess the starters, the owners,
the foundation.
The foundation of the, I guess what people are calling the starting five.
No. We're more than five at this point.
No, we are starting five. Like the kids.
Okay. Yeah, the kids are starting five.
So we have 4 kids, one on the way. And it's crazy.
Life has just been really nonstop on the go.
Yeah.
From 2017. We actually met in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
We were working for a production company.
Mm-hmm.
So funny how it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
With like my husband is now in production, and we're kind of like both getting our foot in the door of like other realms of production, like podcasting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Owning a company and all that stuff.
Yeah, but 2013 fast track to 2016. January 14th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I used to say the 16th. I'm not really good with like dates and remembering dates.
I'm not either, really.
No, you are. You're better than me.
I guess.
Yeah. January 14th.
I said, will you marry? Will you marry me? And you said,
I do.
Cool. Well, you
no.
said yes. You said yes.
I said yes to the I do.
Yes. And then a year later, no, more than a year later.
No, a year and a half later, we got married in City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And September 15th of 2017.
Correct.
And then a couple months after that, in March of March 18th.
Yeah.
Of 2018. Trying to remember my dates, guys. We had our big,
our big celebration, I guess, family celebration.
Yeah, family
which
friends.
was fun. Yeah.
So fun. And from 2018 I guess while I was walking on the aisle, Abby was in my belly.
She was.
She sure was.
She was.
So that was very interesting. I was like 3 months pregnant at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think like, oh gosh, am I gonna fit into this dress?
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know.
But that's my anniversary.
Oh yeah. So we have 2 different anniversaries. So I really see us getting married in City Hall as like the mark of I'm married. This is it, and
And I see it as the ceremony that our pastor and our families were there for.
So we celebrate
both.
both.
Yep.
Yeah. So on September, it's like my like.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always like 6, 7,
Yeah. Yeah.
7, 8, 8, 9 in terms of when the 6 year hit. No, hold on.
5, 6.
5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're at 5.
Yeah.
Well, I start the year earlier in terms of like it's my 6th year of marriage while he's still lingering on the 5th year because his year ain't come yet. But ultimately, we really celebrate
this
both.
This is the 6th year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
6th year.
No. What? Last year was 6. We did 6 last year. This year we.
20. Okay, we're in 2024 now. Okay, so we'll be 7 years married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
7 years married, 5 kids, a dog.
We had a cat. Rest in peace of Socks.
R.I.P.
My cat died, but that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother day. I can't even get into that because I'm gonna cry. But we've done 2 major moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 houses.
Yep. Moved from Brooklyn
to Jersey
and back to Brooklyn.
And then back to Brooklyn.
Next door.
Yeah.
Literally next door.
Literally, I've been living on the same block all my life. I have not moved.
Crazy.
We call it the curse of Tapscotch.
And I've moved growing up too many times to count. But yeah.
And I've never moved.
Wow.
Yeah. But life has just been interesting. And I think this podcast I had a fear of like saying like it's a podcast, but these conversations that we want to have are literally conversations that we have with each other.
Yeah.
That are like really unfiltered.
Yeah. Our car talks.
Our car conversations. Pillow talk. We just want to be open and honest with what it looks like to be young Christian married individuals with children.
Married kids, creatives, business owners, in ministry.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, and both working full-time jobs and just trying to navigate through all of it. Yeah. Navigating through life. I think the last few years we've just been trying to figure out our priorities and where to prioritize the things, and where does our family come in line with where we are with our lives and what we're doing. There's some times I think we've done stuff for ourselves. Sometimes we've all right, it's all about the kids, and just kind of navigating through it all and then figuring out where we finding the balance. I think that's what it is find the balance.
Yeah, I definitely think that. I personally believe each season looks different.
Yeah.
So maybe one season we were submerged into I don't know, each other. Mm-hmm. Another we were submerged into ministry.
Yeah.
Another now that we're kind of going into, being more intentional on our family.
Yeah.
And our children and, just growing them up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think what it is that we're in a place where things look different, and I think we're just trying to navigate it. So I think these conversations or this podcast is one therapeutic for ourselves as well. Just to kind of talk some things out, make sense, and honestly, even just hearing other people's perspective on our conversation, I think that's the healthiest thing for us. Because we talk to people a lot. We always found ourselves to be the how do you say it? I guess the people that we share with people, we kind of um, help people grow, help them navigate.
What
I
I
think
like
that
to call it, and this is the
yes,
unfiltered version of me, I like to call us as like we help people. We have like this knack of meeting people
hmm
and naturally helping them, which isn't a problem at
yeah,
all.
in whatever place in life they're in,
Yeah,
like
we're like the people that water the seed
hmm
and help to protect the seed.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but then, oftentimes,
hmm
the seed or becomes a plant,
yeah,
and then they move into a different pot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think we both didn't understand it at first.
Yeah,
Like, oh man, why we keep helping these people and everybody just keeps going away. But we've learned that like,
yeah.
we all have our assignments and whatever we
Mm-hmm.
do it, whatever we're called to do. So I think we were just our assignment is to just help people get from that bottom level or that maybe rocky
Yeah.
start or maybe just the place in their life where they just don't know where to go next and kind of
Yeah.
just help them get to that next level where they could probably see the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
They can see what's next for them and just kind of help them jumpstart that because I think for me I didn't necessarily have that growing up. And that's something I always wanted to be able to do, just help people.
Yeah.
So if it's in my purview, if it's in my will, I want to do it. I want to help people, um, and just do it. If we got a dollar, you know,
Split it 50.
50,
Fifty
split 50.
cents.
If we can
Got
help someone
$20 for
else,
Chinese food.
yeah, like whatever we can do, we just do it. I mean, I think has it crippled our finances at times? Of course, but I think God has definitely blessed us
Always,
tenfold
always,
on
always,
that.
always, always.
So it's not something that we like do with the expectation for God to do it back, but
Yeah.
we just do it because we trust God and He's just gonna do it.
He gonna make a
That's it.
way. Once we are intentional and consistent. And I
hmm
think that is definitely something in 2024 that we're trying to be better at
Yeah.
with like consistency. I think for me this year, I'm so big on not just looking the part, but being the part.
Yeah.
And for me, that means that I don't want to just look like I love Jesus, but I really want to love
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And just transparently, I feel like last couple of years I've been just looking at, or I haven't understood truly what it means to like love Jesus,
Yeah.
um, without lights, camera, action.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that comes with that consistency of like when you are alone, how am I fostering and developing a relationship with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of like me serving or
hmm
me doing things.
Yeah.
What does like my relationship look like? And I think that's super important for us this year
Yeah. Yeah. No,
to
for
be able
sure.
to develop that consistency.
Yeah, a friend of mine posted something on Instagram yesterday. What I think is pretty much like on site with what I wanted for myself this year. My family is just seeking God, seeking Him and seeing Him. So I think
Mm,
we can seek after God and just be in that journey, which is cool. But I think the goal is to actually see Him.
yeah,
So seeking to the point of at a certain point of you playing hide and go seek, you want to find a person at a certain point in time. You want to find what your goal and what you're looking for. So I think this year for us as a family is definitely seeking God and then hoping to see him. So whatever it takes for us to do the seeking, whether that's you know, adapting certain habits of, praying every single day with our
mm-hmm.
family, not just individually, but
Yeah,
together. Even our kids, like, I mean, the girls, every single night they're praying,
yeah,
which I love.
mm,
Like some of their even conversation that we pick up on, it's evident that, and it makes us feel good. I think it makes me feel really good
yeah,
that, we're showing them Christ.
yeah,
And overall showing them the healthy version of it, right? The healthy version of life,
yeah,
and marriage and church and ministry and all of these things. So that it isn't, we don't show them the bad examples of, you know, uh, like us arguing, right? Or us having our problems or our financial problems or just our strains of ministry or whatever it could be, our work strains, our stresses.
Yeah.
We've all like we just made that decision to say, hey, listen, let's give our kids the healthy version of life, the healthy version of ourselves, because
Yeah.
that's how they're gonna grow healthily, right?
Honestly, though, I do think they need to see a little struggle, though. They need to know what it feels like to be in the gutter a little bit
No, I mean,
so that
of
they can
course.
appreciate, like,
I mean, I
the
agree and
pleasures
disagree.
of life.
I agree and disagree because I feel like when we were getting married, and I asked your dad, like, hey, you know, I want to marry your daughter. He was like, well, hey, listen, my daughter never saw struggle, so I don't want her to see that. And at first I was like, what you mean? Like, like everybody got struggle here and
But
there.
honestly,
But
I think that was a problem for me
I mean,
because I
yeah,
didn't
I
see
can see that.
struggle.
Yeah.
I walked into marriage like, okay, where's my parents to fix it? I walked in like, okay, we can't pay this bill. Mom, like, where are you? And I heavily
Yeah.
relied on the dependence of like my parents, or relied on the fact of like, I don't know how to do this, but how is this gonna work?
Yeah. But
You know?
I don't think it's them like being exposed to struggle. It's better management of what we
Yeah.
give. So like my parents or your parents, like they struggled, right? And we we were bred out of that. So it's like not exposing them to the things that do, like every generation is a different level of parenting. So what my thought is that they see,
Or we show them the appreciation
yes, they show the
of
appreciation,
life.
exactly, like they're
Yeah.
not like a dollar is a dollar. Like, what is this dollar worth? Like, what is everything worth? Seeing a penny on the ground and not going, oh, I don't want that because it's a
Yeah.
penny. It looks ugly. No, that
Yeah.
there's value in that, and working towards the things that they want.
Yeah.
So like for instance, Chris will send me stuff like, hey, I want this. And I'm looking at him like, okay, well, did you do your chores? Did you do this? Did you do that? It's not something I'm just gonna buy you. Like, granted, there are times where I just go, he sends me something. Yeah, okay, cool, no problem. I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they also have to understand what it means to work, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously our goal and plan is to be financially successful, and overall successful in a way where our kids can inherit that. But what is it for them to inherit? Um,
If they don't
Money.
understand the
Yeah,
value of
just
it.
just inherit
Yeah.
money. I don't think I want them to inherit money. I want them to inherit wealth and knowledge of it,
Mm,
not just the money,
that's good.
because inheriting the wealth just means I now have a bank account that has 10, 20, $100 million in it, and I'm just going to blow it.
Yeah.
But
The knowledge attached
inheriting
to it.
$100 million, and your first thought is, okay, how do I make this 100, 200, right?
Mm-mm.
um
How you give the 10% first, babes?
no, of course, yes, but how do you make that
Out of the
100, 200?
90, how you gonna
Yeah,
make it?
well, how do you make the 90, 180,
All
whatever
right,
it
all
is?
right, thanks.
But how do you take that and make it last? I think
Yeah.
one of my uncles said something to me the other day that kind of hit me, was just talking about legacy and like having two sons and being able to like them carry out my name, carry out our legacy. So it feels great to be able to say that, hey, I want to make sure that my name is carried out, and
Yeah.
it can't, like, I don't want to carry the struggle. I don't want to carry the struggles of my grandparents, or the overall, I don't know how you say it, like just the burdens and stuff like that. But I want them, one, to carry out the the godliness that my grandparents
Yeah.
taught me, right? But also carry out what I can provide, what my parents, my mom, my dad can provide, what your parents can provide to them. So it's like carrying out
The
the legacy
legacy
that
of,
we've created,
yeah.
but also still has some, like, you know pieces of our grandparents, of our parents,
Mm,
of our great grandparents, of our
yeah.
family,
Yeah.
so that, one, our legacy isn't dismantled or destroyed,
Yeah.
because we, I mean, let's be honest, you're almost 30, I'm in my 30s, and we've been able to purchase two homes, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing.
you know be honest, my mom purchased a home maybe like 2 years before me, right, on her first home. So it's the thought that I want to be able to achieve things, and my mom wants that, my dad wants that, our
Yeah.
family, our parents want that for us, to achieve things. So now I'm like, man, if I bought a house at 30,
Yeah.
if you bought a house at 20 something, I want my kids to be able to have a house at 19 when they're moving out, or 21 when
Yeah.
they're moving out. It's like, oh, I'm buying a house. I'm not renting
Yeah, my
anything.
goal is that I
Yeah.
think we've talked about it. Being able to purchase a house for each and every one of our
Yeah.
kids. So
Yeah.
even if, life get hard, they don't want to move in it, they have something that is in their name to say,
Yeah.
like, my mama and my daddy, they left me this.
Yeah. There's something that's owned that has their name on it.
Yeah.
That honestly no one can take away in the sense of what's theirs,
Yeah.
what's their families.
Yeah.
And I think that's vital. So it's between, financial literacy, I think, and a healthy relationship with life, with finances, with everything, with your family, with parents, with everything, and just teaching them just overall godly love and how to be an example of Christ. I think those things and those aspects is what helps them grow to be great people. I think some of the things that your grandparents, or my grandparents, or my parents, our parents instilled in us is what makes us us. So it's what are we instilling in them now that breeds healthy life, breeds successful life, breeds just the continuation of our legacy, I think, is my goal.
Ooh, that's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
All right, we ain't gonna get into it too much because we have a whole lot of stuff that we want to talk to you guys about. So on this season, what are some topics that we're gonna dig into?
Parenting. I mean, that's big. That's a big one.
That's like 3-part series.
Parenting, marriage and ministry. I think that's a big thing. Some of the struggles that we've had in our marriage while being in ministry.
Yeah.
What
intimacy.
Else? Oh, intimacy.
Let's talk about sex.
Nah, it's not just about sex, but it is. We'll get into it, but I think I said this to her the other day that I saw this video or this post and I loved it because it broke down what intimacy was, and it was actually into me. I see.
You.
Yeah, I see you. So it's the thought of what is intimacy in marriage, with or without sex.
Yeah, I think that's definitely. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
that's a whole journey.
What else? Friendships. Friendships.
Oh yeah, friendships in adulthood.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting.
It's deep. I mean, I got my quirks about splitting bills and stuff like that, splitting bills at a restaurant, those type of things. But
like the different tiers of friends, or
I'll say tiers.
Well, not tiers, but different categories.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
categories.
Different categories of friends,
Yeah.
and you have like your married friends, that you hang out with, but then you have like your friends that's still single that they're still with you on the journey.
Yeah.
Hang out with them.
Childhood friends.
Yeah.
Those type of stuff.
Friends. Just management. Friendship is a whole. Relationships outside of marriage is like a whole. It's very interesting in adulthood.
It is
very interesting in adulthood. I would say that. So that's going to be an interesting topic, and I think the last one that we'll touch on is just the different ways of how we've grown up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and how that has impacted all of the stuff like our marriage, friendships, parenting.
Yeah,
I think that's like because
we're
like polar opposites of growing up. It's like,
as my Jamaicans say, brought up C.
Brought up C.
Yeah, our brought up C's are
like,
it's totally night and day, totally different.
Crazy.
And it's interesting some of the things we've learned about the different sides of things, and how did we put it together to mold our kids, I guess. Yeah. In our marriage.
Yeah. Because I believe spare the rod to spoil the child. I'm a firm believer of that.
I mean, I am too. I'm not gentle parenting. I'm more on.
I'm gentle ish. I saw this post on Instagram. I can't even go into the post because I'm gentle ish parenting. I'm a little gentle. I'll tell you like once or twice, like, don't do that. Don't do it. But the third time that I have
am
to
too.
talk to you
I
is
am
gonna be a
too.
problem.
I am too. Maybe I got a few more.
You have
Like,
like 20 more.
and I think I'm
I
just.
mean, which is a beautiful thing that you have this level of patience with our children,
Mhm.
because I'm still learning to develop that patience of like, not
No,
just like snatch you up, but
yeah, they definitely.
they be asking for it. Oh, we didn't even tell them about our kids.
Oh,
It's the last part.
okay.
So we have Chris.
Chris. Chris is 12.
Yeah.
He is thinks he's a grown man. Um, he Chris, man, he's my firstborn. Um, this is where the blended family comes in. Um, but he honestly changed my life for the
Yeah.
better. I think he calmed me from this craziness that I was. Um, and I always said it. I always thought he kind of prepared me for Shanice. He
Oh.
prepared me just to be out there in the streets, and then now like, be a parent, and pay bills and just be
Yeah.
responsible. So, um, he gave me that drive to like do all of those things, and I don't think without him, I don't know if I would actually have been ready for.
I don't think without him we wouldn't have met, and I think that's like a true
Yeah,
blessing.
yeah, it's true.
We wouldn't have met if it wasn't for him.
Correct.
Yeah, like you would have been off living in La La Land.
That is true, actually. That is true because I was supposed to go to Japan
Yeah.
and stuff and go away to
Mhm.
school, so it did change things.
Happy you got knocked up.
No. Um. Yeah. And
But
then
it's a blessing, yeah.
yeah. Then we have Abby.
Ooh, Abigail.
Mm,
Abigail. Abigail is our first joint kid.
yes.
My love. Abigail is like the spitting image of her mother. In
Yeah.
terms of looks, like she looks exactly like me when I was growing
Eh,
up.
a
She
little
looks
bit.
like me. He's a hater.
Whatever.
Um, but she has definitely
She's smart. She's intelligent.
very
Beautiful. She is all of the things.
like all of like the everyone, like you know that girl in like high school or junior high school. You're like, I want to be like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's that. She's the it girl.
Very girly. Very, very, very
But
girly.
very compassionate,
Yes.
very
Loving.
caring.
Yeah.
Like she is a lover. Like you
Hmm.
can tell her something, and it's just weird because I don't feel like I had the capacity when I was like her age. Like
Hmm.
if someone's like, "Oh, my knee hurts," like she will literally
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, like what are we gonna do?" And
Yeah.
then she'll annoy me like, "Mommy, grandma knees hurt, grandma back hurt. What are we gonna
Yeah.
do?"
Yeah.
Super compassionate.
I got back problems, and she asks me every week, "Your back okay?
Yeah,
Your back
no,
okay?"
at 5.
But she's the mama bear, I think, of
Oh,
our
she's a
kids.
mom
I
of all
think
of our
she
kids.
will probably be the one that takes care of us when we get older.
Yeah, for sure.
Or take care of every, those like videos where like
The older sibling.
yeah, the older sibling or the sibling that like plans Thanksgiving and Christmas
Yeah,
and we going on vacation and this baby that's her.
that is her.
That would be her.
Loves holidays.
Yeah.
Loves celebrating
Hmm.
anyone. Like
Anything she could dress up, and that's what she doing.
anyone. She loves celebrating people. She is like the life of the party.
Yes.
She is like literally the epitome of love, and that's like
Yes.
all I can say about
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very true.
I love her.
Yeah. Then we got Coco.
Woo!
Samantha.
Coco took me by surprise, man.
Coco. I'm gonna be honest. Coco's a bully. She's a bully, but
She is very strong-minded and firm,
strong-willed. Yeah.
which I think that will be so amazing as she grows up.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
firm
yeah.
in what she believes. Like
Mhm.
if she want to wear something,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. She's into like the princess dresses and Minnie
yeah.
Mouse, and if she ain't wearing that,
Oh
it's gonna be a
gosh,
problem.
it's a tantrum. Like
Yeah.
4 out of the 7 days of the week,
Yeah.
getting her
Yeah.
ready
Yeah.
for school, but
But she's
has taught us patience
yes, she is
for
taught us
sure.
patience, but she is the
She's so amazing though.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like a sour patch. I think
yeah.
like she has her very sweet moments, and then she has her
very sour
moments, and you're like, oof,
Cha.
okay, yeah. There are grown people that are scared of Coco.
Literally, they're like, I don't mess with her. Like, literally.
Yeah.
But she's so smart.
Yeah, she is.
She's so smart.
She literally like just started talking one day. Like we were like, when is she gonna talk? And then
we were looking at her like
she just started talking sentences. We're like,
oh wow,
okay, you were always talking. I'm confused. Did you always understand what we were saying? But yeah, she's so smart. Like some of the things she says sometimes. It's funny because I feel like she's aware of her emotions right now. Because she's like, I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm excited. I'm this. I'm not. I'm like, where are you getting this from?
From school.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, she's dope. I love all of them. I do say I have favorites, but each one of them like brings out like a different part of me, or like they evoke like a different emotion.
Yeah,
you know? So collectively, like they make up like all of our hearts.
Yeah, for sure.
In just like different ways, you know.
Yep. And then we have Elijah, which man,
Eli's a calm after the storm.
Yeah, he is. Man, he's like, I don't even know. I don't know if he's our kid. Like, to be honest, like I don't know if he got swapped at birth.
Wow, really?
No, I'll be honest.
He emulates like a little bit of you. Like you are calm.
Yeah, I guess, but I think like he's just so he's so different. Like he's so like Coco and Abby kind of have a similarity.
Yeah, like they have a spiciness that you know. Like, all right,
Chris too. Like they all have this thing, but he's just like they be wilding, and he's just like
he just be looking at them like what are you dumb?
Yeah, like are you crazy? But man, he is the peace. Like peace. He is literally peace.
Literally, you look at him and you can find peace just by looking at him.
Yeah.
And he's starting to talk now.
He's starting to talk.
Yeah.
Trying to walk.
Do
all of the things. And it's amazing to see his development.
And he's so patient. Like it's like he understands, like he came at such like an amazing time in terms of like if I had another kid with a different temperament, I don't know how they all would have like gotten along. Like he will take a back seat and like let the girls
wild out
whatever, and then after he'll be like, all right, my turn, you know. But he's very patient. Like he'll see them, he'll be like, they doing a lot over there, let me stay in my corner over here.
He'll go in his room and just be playing
by himself.
Wild out.
I'm gonna just chill out.
Yeah. And then we
have a new baby.
Yes.
On the way.
Yep.
Baby O.
My little Olive. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This new baby. I'm also a little nervous because I just don't know what temperament she's gonna have.
Yeah. And definitely came at a surprise.
Not really.
Yes, at a surprise.
Surprise for you. Trap for me.
Crazy. But no, this is it. Done.
That's it. We're both.
Yeah, we're done.
Tying.
Throwing away the key. It's over.
That's it.
And then we have Milo.
Yeah, our dog. He's our first baby.
Yeah, our first baby together.
That we neglected. Well, I neglected.
He's my dog at this point.
Yeah. But I'm the one that feeds him and tells them to walk him. So I keep him alive, technically.
Stop.
I do.
Stop.
If I don't tell y'all, did Milo walk? Did Milo eat?
Who feed does he lay by?
Who feeds him?
I feed him.
I have to tell you to feed him. If I don't, you probably won't remember.
No, that's not
for
true.
2 days.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe one.
Don't do that. But yeah, that's
that's about it. That's first episode of just getting to know a little bit more about the Cunninghams, and
there's definitely more to learn.
Oh yeah.
Definitely more to learn.
That's it.
Are we done?
Are we done?
But yeah, I mean, look out for, I guess,
more content on the rise. Subscribe to our YouTube, turn on your notifications, subscribe, all about the Cunningham 17.
That's our Instagram.
No, that's
Is that YouTube?
our YouTube.
17.
We started our family in 2017.
Yeah, I knew that.
Got it.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes sense perfectly.
Makes so much sense.
Anyways, guys, episode 1 of Unfiltered with the Cunninghams, all about us and a little bit of spice and everything nice.
Yep.
Turn on your notifications, like, subscribe to our channel, so you can have updates on everything about the Cunninghams.
That's it.